esteemed Coreño KO Sports are here with the one and only Shu Shu, Bruce Shu Shu Carrington. Good to see you, man. Man, I see you at every fight, bro. Coast to coast. Coast to coast.
Listen, man, I'm a fight fan, bro. What you want to ask me, bro? Come on. What you want from me, bro? I love boxing.
No, I mean, me too, right? I'm here too.
Right.
Now, we got a good one, man. Frank Martin versus Artem.
Yeah.
You know, in the lightweight division, are you here maybe scouting a little bit, or are you just
Nah, man, I'm just enjoying the fights. I'm just a fan. I'm here for Frank. I'm here to watch the Frank Martin fight, of course, but I'm also got my guys on the undercard. Freddie Rojas, you know, he's opening up on the TV. Quentin Randall, he's also on the undercard. I'm super excited to see how everything goes, man, and I'm just happy that my fellow teammates are doing their thing and they get their time to shine.
Yeah, you're doing your thing too, man. I saw you last month, dominant performance. Just what did you learn about yourself in that, and what do you think maybe I could improve on, or don't want to make these mistakes?
Well, one thing I will say is that I'm me going to 8 rounds, in the ring. I mean, I spar plenty of rounds or whatever, but it's different when you're actually inside the ring because the anxiety plays a part. But I went 8 rounds and I ended up stopping a guy at 8 rounds. So one thing I can say that showed me and showed everybody else is that any round in a fight, I'm gonna always be dangerous. I'm gonna always put on a show, always be active, super active. And I mean, just something to take away from the fight. I mean, I would say mixing up my frequency with my power and speed. Like sometimes I don't want to get too stuck on when I'm trying to get a guy up out of there to hitting hard all the time. Sometimes it's just a bit of speed, and then hitting the guy, tap, then hitting the guy hard. It's just those little things that I'm just growing and learning with the pro game, and just trying to be a full package.
Yeah, you're getting there, man, little by little, brick by brick.
Thank you.
It's obviously got a solid foundation so far, so you're on your way for sure. Man, let's get into it, brother. In 2 weeks, we finally got it, right?
Ooh, finally, man. Finally. I'm super happy. I'm super happy that it's been happening, and that it's happening this year. Because if it was happening next year, I would have been upset. I ain't gonna lie to you, because time is ticking. Terence is getting older, Spence is getting older, inactivity, and all that. Everything is in high demand right now. We're getting the fights that we want. We got the Tinker Ryan. We got the Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor fight. We got the Devin Haney and Lomachenko fight. We're getting these fights that we want, and now we're getting this big fight. This one is really the boxing fans, the real purists. This is the fight of the decade. This is how I feel. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I can't wait. I don't know who's gonna win. I'm going for Terence though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going for Terence, but I don't know who's gonna win. This is a 50-50 fight. I'm keeping my money in my pocket, bro. Like, y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm keeping my money in my pocket. I ain't betting, because these guys are animals, bro. This kill or be killed. This is warriors, man. And I'm just gonna be happy to be a fight fan to watch.
Just knowing that, right? Knowing that it's kill or be killed. They're warriors like that. I don't really see a decision. I mean, I think both guys are tough enough, but I feel like it's gonna erupt in like a Hagler-Hearns type of thing. Like I don't want to be the last one, because I feel both guys, and maybe I'm wrong, you tell me, but I feel both guys don't like being the last person hit. True. They want to be the last person to hit you.
True.
So who, the first time that happens, who kind of breaks a little bit and doesn't hit the other one?
I mean, I see what you're saying, but at the end of the day, you got to understand these guys are too mature to play that game. They're not gonna do that. I feel like it could go to a decision. It could be like a similar fight, like you might see some knockdowns. I feel like you might see some similar fight like Porter Spence, where it went to decision, but it was high-paced action. It could be Terence and Porter, to where somebody can get stopped, but it's high-paced action throughout. That's how I feel like the fight is gonna go. I don't feel like it's gonna be, lackluster whatsoever, because their styles are it's gonna be a war of attrition. And I just can't wait until they step into that ring, because their energies is just too dominant. Like, it's like mano a mano, like who's gonna be the real man, the real beast. It's gonna be so tough, bro. I'm gonna be so happy.
Gervonta recently came out and said the difference in this fight is that Spence has a metal shield and Terence has a glass shield.
Ooh, okay.
What do you think about that?
Ooh, that's Tank. Hey, you're gonna get some backlash from that one. But hey, I do feel like in ways that Spence does have a pretty tight defense, especially in the early rounds as well too. Like, he's fundamentally sound, and I feel like with Terence, he uses a lot of his reflexes sometimes, and a bit of his talent to get away from certain things. And I feel like Spence is more textbook on his defense for sure. you know, you might get some punches off on Terence for sure, but he'll take some to give you more. You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, how the fight is gonna be. We gotta see how the fight's gonna play out for sure.
So all the answers will be at that night.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Their power, but both of them, their power, they're gonna have to watch out for them. Yeah.
You've been around Terence a lot. I feel like I always hear he's a super competitive guy.
Yeah,
Do you have like a competitive Terence story where you were like, man, we're betting against this and we're competing against?
I've never done anything like that because I'm already bro. Like I'm a competitive dude, but he's crazy, bro. He be doing the most. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I ain't gonna like okay. So just this, to be honest, it's not really a competitive thing, but he's more like a dominant dude. Like me, I like to I'll try to punk him or whatever. He be like, all right, he think I make everything is cool. Dude, when I tell you when I'm lacking, I'm not paying attention, he'll come up behind me and start choking me like, hey, what you say? What you say, Lou? What you say? Like, I'm like, bro, like relax, bro. He like to wrestle and all that. And I'm like, yo, you play too much. You got it, champ. You know what? You got it. I don't want no problems no more. You got it. You set your mark, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is.
That's hilarious.
Sure. But that competitive nature, bro, is crazy, man. Like you said, like you feel like, you know, a guy like him and Spence as well, they don't like to be the last one to get hit. Oh, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a great fight.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Just another one I want to get your take on, man. Jermell Charlo moving up
Everybody's
two
talking about
weight
this.
classes to fight the man, right? Canelo, the undisputed there. I mean, you know, credit to Canelo for giving the opportunity, right? Like Sugar Ray Leonard did it to Duran, you know, Frazier did it to Bob Foster. But and truthfully, we've seen the pictures of them together, right? Mel and Charlo. And Mel is taller.
He's big. He's naturally like he has the big, but you know, I feel like Canelo, his build is just different though. I don't feel like that all that size, obviously, as we've been seeing these past few fights, that height and all of that matters. It really doesn't, because he can still break you down. I do feel like this is a great fight and a good business move for Jermell, and I like how the way they're advertising it as undisputed versus undisputed, because it even gets the casual fans that don't really know much about the game to be like, oh, these guys are a big deal, and it is still a big deal. You don't get me wrong, but you know, all of the guys that we all really wanted to see Jamal because he's the naturally bigger guy or whatever. But it's still gonna be a great fight because Jamal's a great fighter. He's been, you know, showing his knockout, you know, he's been on a knockout tear for this past few fights, and I'm really excited to see how Canelo's gonna deal with that. But Canelo has kind of seen everything in the game. You know, he didn't see the Mayweathers, the Bivol, the Mosley, no, he didn't for Pacquiao, Cotto, and stuff like that. But he didn't see everybody. I feel like that experience is gonna be a big deal. I feel like the experience is gonna, you know, kind of show the difference between their levels. And but you know, I'm wishing Jermell the best though. Honestly, I'm definitely wishing Jermell the best, 100%.
Credit to him, and that's a big feat to try to attempt, right?
100%. Because if he beats Canelo, he's that man, bro. He put him #1 pound for pound. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So that's a good question, right? Would the winner of Spence Crawford, does that? I mean, everyone's saying that's pound for pound, but what if Jermell does beat Canelo? If
Jermell beats him, bro, I don't know. That's there got to be a debate for him being pound for pound. There has to be. There has to be, because Canelo is the face of boxing. He's still the face of boxing right now. I don't care what nobody say. He's the cash cow. Yes, Tank. He's gonna be the next up when Canelo leaves. That's how I feel. But the face of boxing right now is still Canelo, and if he beats him, he should be pound for pound #1. That's how I feel.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
Just talking about Gervonta got me thinking about the lightweight division. I know you and Keyshawn are good friends too.
Yeah.
Did you and Keyshawn get work together and sparring and things
plenty
like
of times. Yeah, definitely. Me and Keyshawn get a lot of work together for sure. He's actually one of my favorite sparring partners. Like I always say, there's two guys that challenge me the most in terms of IQ, and it's Shakur and Keyshawn. Like those guys, like I really love sparring them. Like they really test me a lot when it comes to thinking and setting traps up, and it's a lot of great work. I learned a lot from them.
I know you sparred Gervonta and Shakur.
Yeah.
Well, and I believe I've asked you what you learned about Gervonta, or what you learned about yourself and Gervonta when you sparred him. Just same thing with Shakur. What was one of the first things you learned about Shakur the first time you sparred him? Like, oh, Shakur
is super hard to hit. Like you got to think outside the box. Like you got to do some like feints to really like open him up to try to hit him. And then even then, it's still like a maybe to try to hit him, because he has a very good understanding of his distance, which he's figured out since he was a teenager. And people don't understand how important that is. People always want to like just go back and forth and, you know, fight in the inside, or just, you know, have him make a whole little match behind it. But he is like a technician. He's 100%. He thinks about every move that he makes, and everything that he does has a purpose. So I feel like, you know, with Shakur, he's on a different level for sure. And I feel like one of the guys that's probably going to give him a tough go, I would like to see the fight with him and Devin Haney. I like how that fight would go, and him and Tank. Those are the two fights I like to see how Shakur would do.
Those are the ones. Those are the ones. Bruce, thank you so much for your time, brother. Appreciate you as always. Now tell the fans where they can follow you and what's late. What's the latest? I mean, obviously it was just like last month, so I'm not trying to rush you back in the ring, but you know.
Oh, no, I'm back in. I'm back in real soon. I'm back in real soon. I can't say as of this date, as we're doing this interview, I can't say on camera what it is, but I will be fighting very soon. Very soon. I'm staying 100% active, and I probably should be fighting 3 more times before the end. 3 more times.
Excellent.
I'm loving the activity.
Man, you're giving the fans what they want. Yes, sir.
Yes. You guys can follow me on my Instagram, Bruce_Carrington, my Twitter, B_Carrington1, and watch my documentary, Brownsville Born, on BrownsvilleBorn.com.
Yeah, Brownsville, never run, never will.
You know that. You know that.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.